In today's video, you're going to be learning how to balance chemical equations. You may be wondering why you need to learn how to balance chemical equations, and that's because reactions need to be balanced on both sides to abide by the law of conservation of matter, which states that matter cannot be created nor destroyed. This is the very first chemical equation that we're going to be balancing. The first step to balancing chemical equations is to count the number of atoms on the reactant and the product side, and then make a chart to visualize the number of atoms so you don't get lost. I'm just filling out the chart, and on the reactant side there's one potassium atom, and then there's 2 boron and then 3 oxygen atoms. Then on the product side there's 2 potassium, 1 boron, and also 1 oxygen atom. You can see that the equations aren't equal because the number of atoms don't equal each other, so we're going to have to change the coefficients on either side to equal the number of atoms. So I'm going to try placing a 3 before the potassium on the reactant side to balance it, and instead of 1 oxygen atom we have 3, and then instead of 2 we now have 6. And for the next step, the potassium isn't equal, so now we had to add a 6 coefficient to balance it. So now we have 6 atoms and both potassiums are not equal. So now we just need to adjust the boron atoms. So we're going to add a 2 to the boron on the reactant side. Now we have 2 borons to match the 2 on the reactant side. So now we have a balanced chemical equation. So this is the second chemical equation that we're going to be balancing, and I already drew the chart that we're gonna use to see how many atoms we have on the reactant and product side. So on the reactant side we have 7 carbon and 1 carbon on the product side, and then 8 sulfur on the reactants and 2 on the product. So to balance it, we're going to add a 4 to the product side. So instead of that 1 carbon atom, we have 4 carbon, and then we also have 8 sulfur atoms. So the sulfurs are equal, but the carbon on the reactant side is not equal. So we're going to have to adjust that by adding a 4 coefficient to carbon. And then we're going to cross out the 1, and we have 4 carbon atoms. And now we have balanced the chemical equation, and hopefully you now know how to also balance chemical equations.